Today we have the honor of having Allison
Yeah.
with us. I'll give you a quick introduction. So you did one and only full Ironman
Yeah.
in Langkawi 2018 with a very strong 13:03 finishing time.
Yeah, 13:03, I guess.
But you also did a couple of 70.3 races and of course like other shorter triathlon.
Mm-hmm.
But then you shifted focus, I think, to duathlon. And you represented Malaysia in the SEA Games 2019 and in the ITU Multisport World Cup in China.
Yeah,
same
in
year. Yes.
Wenzhou.
Yes, got third position.
Yeah. Third or second, I forgot.
Okay,
That's
long
too
time
long.
ago, yes. Yeah, but then since then, so obviously there was a pandemic, and then it seems like you shifted focus to pure running, and you have become, I would say, one of the faces of running now in Malaysia. With your sponsorship deals, but also, of course, your big following on social media. And in all this, we have also seen that you have improved a lot. I mean, from your running speeds back in the day to now, you are setting new PBs. It seems like at least every year there's like new PBs coming. So first question is, what is your sporting background? Like before multisport and all this?
Before?
Yeah.
Okay, my before is zero. I mean, before all this is zero.
Yeah.
I don't come from a sport background, let alone running or anything related to sport, or I need to sweat. No. No, I always indoor. I do piano, baking, cooking, and all. Nothing outdoor.
So how did you get into running then?
Okay.
Or multisports,
yeah. So before multisports, of course, we started running outdoor. I pick up running. I wouldn't say running, more like just jogging.
Okay.
Cruise in a park, like when I was somewhere in 17.
Yeah.
17 after my papers, and then I have some free time, and I wanted to. Girls growing up wanted to look better. So we wanted to lose some baby fat that time. So the only thing I know from the internet was just running.
Right.
Yeah. So, being that time of the day, those years we do not have something like high rocks, nothing like Pilates.
Yeah.
So the only thing we know is about running. So I started my first walk when I was like 17. And then from there, I wanted to improve, so I pick up some speed like jogging, and I found the joy in that sport, and then progressively and into the run. And then from there, I met new friends that signed me up for my first park run in my hometown, like 5K local race. So from there, I thought like, oh, I can run.
Yeah.
So I discovered the competitiveness in myself, and progressively until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel that you are quite competitive as a person, or?
After I discovered myself, yes. Yeah. The untapped potential.
Okay.
Being competitive is another part of the sport, but the most important part is I enjoy the running and the sport itself.
Yeah. Good. Now, I remember when we first met you, I think it was maybe back in around 2016 or around there.
Yeah.
So I remember like the things that stuck with me was that you were very young.
I was, yes,
And
I was very young.
Yes. And then we also remember that you were very hardworking because I think you were still studying.
Yeah.
So you started baking, you're selling cakes and cookies to fund your sporting.
Yeah.
We thought, really impressive. So how was that? Like, how did you get the idea of baking? You already mentioned, so that was one of your early passions.
How did I start it was I just make use of what I can do.
Yeah.
To have the funding.
Yeah.
Because to do triathlon or any multi-sport or let alone running itself is not quite an affordable thing for me at that time.
Yeah.
I was still studying, and in fact I just got into my uni. Yeah, alone here. So I need something to fund that, right?
Yeah.
So they say to fund your passion is something fun, and also is, I would say, how I started just because my family has tasted my bakings before, my cookies by now. So they love it. Then why not I sell it, monetize it? So so from there, and I had a Shopee.
Yeah.
And I think you had my cookies.
Yes, of course.
My famous biscotti and burnt cheesecake that time. So I already started burnt cheesecake 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, so that until now I work.
Yeah.
And of course I still bake once a while.
Yeah.
Just for myself and the friends. And not really monetizing it right now because the priority has shifted.
Yeah.
Because it takes quite a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, it was very impressive that you found ways to support yourself.
Yeah, because at that time we do not have something like sponsors.
Yes.
And social media is not really active at that time. Nobody knows about monetizing on social media, but I just through words of mouth of friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. But then, yeah, so this was kind of up until 2019, and you were mostly doing multisports as far as we could see. Then, of course, we had the pandemic, and then you came out post-pandemic, and suddenly you were like all into running. So was that like a conscious choice you made? Or did it just happen, or what was the thinking behind this?
I think it was just happen because pandemic has the race. In fact, the very last race before the pandemic was Bangsian half. Ironman half Bangsian, and then because pandemic we could only do anything indoor. So the only thing I had was like the bike and the treadmill, and after the pandemic, because I was already into the working field, so 9 to 5 and all.
All right.
Sometimes OT is not 5, exactly 5.
Yeah.
So the little amount of time I could squeeze out is just for the run.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing that I could do. At the same time, I always wanted to improve my run time because I was stagnant for quite a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I couldn't break that some of the running barriers that I had set for myself. In fact, the time that I am having now, there was like something that I thought that I couldn't achieve.
Okay.
Yeah. So I made a promise to myself that, okay, why not I commit to a sport first?
Yeah.
And then progressively, I want to see how far I could go in the sport, because at the end of the day, running is still a part of triathlon.
Sure. Yes.
So running has been a core for me ever since I started being outdoor.
Yeah.
So why not? Maybe that is my most potential sport that I could improve on. So why not we tap on that? And also, running has quite a I would say one is being easy to work with, and one of the most time consuming sport to improve your speed.
True.
And not being injured.
Yeah.
So I want to make some time for that, a big chunk of time for running, and then from there I improve my speed and all. And of course, along the way, it kind of like inspire newbies to start running.
Yes.
So I also need to be quite actively in the run. So at the same time, inspiring others to start running, and of course, they inspired me to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. But you mentioned that you kind of noticed you had some plateau in your running that you wanted to break. Was there anything special you did to kind of break those?
Of course. First is have a right coach for yourself.
Yeah.
And from there, you need to have a structured training.
Yeah.
Because you cannot break another higher level without somebody coaching you or somebody guide you to know about yourself and your strength in your run. Some maybe are good in the shorter runs, 10K, 5K, or some they are better in longer distances like half or full marathon.
Yeah.
So you need a coach to guide you, or you need a coach to give you a little push to discover your own potential in that.
Yeah.
So I discovered that throughout the time, because during the pandemic or before that, I had a coach for ultra triathlon. So I had that, but that was for all three.
Yeah.
So, but as for running, I never had one. Yeah. So from there, I had a friend of mine who also I have met know for so long.
Okay.
And not only that, I asked him for advice and all. So he give me some coaching and what I can do, and gave me a sample of half marathon program, and I stick to that, and the magic happens. Well, of course, you need to be dedicated as well.
Of course,
you
yes.
cannot skip. Even if you skip, you need to have something to make a comeback. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So now, I mean, when we watch your social media, it seems like you have gotten faster in everything from 5K to full marathon. What's your PBs now on some of these distances?
Okay. So my PB for 3K is 12 minutes. And then the 5K is 20. 10K is 42. Half is 1 hour and 35, and a full is 3 hours 37. Up to date.
Very good, very good. And do you have like a favorite distance? Do you prefer short or long or in the middle?
Okay, the favorite one I would say for now is half.
Okay.
Because I've been training for half, like a few halves I've done. It's not too long. I could still walk after that.
Okay.
Half I would say is the favorite. The least favorite would be 5.
5. Okay.
Oh my God, I couldn't.
Because it's
oh my God, I would be so flat. After the 5. But the most satisfying one would be the shorter distance. Shorter distance actually. Because all out, done, and you're done. It's like less than half an hour or less than an hour, you are done.
Yes.
But for half, it's a different torture. Okay, you are there. You're about to finish, but you still have something in your tank. Okay, so a lot of decision making in your head. It's like a lot of maths going on, a lot of decision, and a lot of gels that you have to plan. The nutrition part comes in. So it's just because maybe you have to think a lot. So time also pass quite fast.
True.
So it's like a here and there to balance out throughout the race, right? But for anything below 10, it's like, okay, now I'm finishing this gel. Okay, now under how many minutes and I'll be done. Okay, later what are we having for breakfast? So for half and a full, it's a bit different than that. It's more on the recovery side. Okay, after this break, what I can do? Okay, I'm gonna sleep in for the whole 2 days. A bit longer planning and longer recovery as well.
So you mentioned fueling, especially on the longer races. So how do you do that, and how do you plan it? Do you bring your own gels and other stuff, or do you just take what's on the course, or what's your
way? So about the nutrition part, first it comes with the experience. You need to take part quite a few races to know which brand and the timing for yourself, and of course the training part comes in. You need to try and error the different brands and the amount that you need to take. Of course, some calculations have to come in because everybody has different toleration for your guts. So I have quite an experience on that. So I have 10 years at least. So different brands I have tried. So I have found a few brands that I could take for the races, and one is have to be quite compact to keep. I always bring my own nutrition.
So you carry your own stuff.
I bring my own stuff because I believe everybody has their own magic formula. Some need salt stick, some doesn't. So for me, I have my own 2-3 packets of gel. Depends on the distances. Like for half, I have 4 in my pockets, and for full, I will have 8. Something extra, in case you drop one, you're dead. So I have for half I will have 4, like 7K. Before the race I have 1, 7 km, 14, and then 18 km. I need the push. I need that push. Especially I need the caffeine one to push. Don't too much, otherwise you need to find a toilet. Of course, then you need to double that up for full.
Okay. So when you think of what to wear, you also take into consideration that you must have like storage space to carry these things.
So for storage, you need to have somewhere race belt. They say a race belt. And you get a few brands to try it during your training, especially on the long runs. Because some might need to bring their phones, some might want to bring their GoPro or something, action camera. Social media now, it's like you need to have
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that because I have been always running with my gadgets for long runs. Okay,
Yeah.
for long runs. For
Yeah.
shorter ones, I would just leave it.
Yeah.
Then you can have the running shorts where it offers a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
Now I think there are a lot of brands that are selling the back pockets and all those hidden ones. I would hold two on my hand, or one or two on my hand, and then the rest I will keep it in my pockets.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will be too shaky. I don't want it to be too heavy, and also handy for me just to take it and drink it or eat it.
Yeah.
So find the best race pair, race gear for yourself. You can have any brands that you want.
Yeah.
You want recommendation? You can comment below. I can recommend.
Allison knows for sure. Yes. So then on the run course, you just take water, or
I just take any hydration they offer, like some water. Of course, water. You need to wash down all the gels and all. Some need to shower.
Yeah.
I do that always.
Okay. Yeah.
Two and drink. And drink. So you need to cool yourself down.
Yeah.
And isotonic, if there any. For me, I don't really have issue with isotonic. I have the gas one or the without gas one. I can just drink it because when you are at that rate of exertion, you just chunk anything that you would on what they offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So how do you train now? Like how much do you train maybe on average in a year per week?
Per week.
And what does like a typical week look like for you?
Okay, typical week for. If you want to build up for racing, for run alone, you need to find out the race that you want to focus in first.
Yeah.
So then only you can work backwards.
Yeah.
So you cannot just run blindly. Okay, today I'm running 5K, tomorrow I'm not running at all. That would be
Yeah.
so back to zero again.
Yeah.
So you need to first you need to find a race that you want to focus on. For example, in 4 or 5 months time, you have an important half marathon, full marathon. Then you work backwards. Give yourself 4 months, 6 months. Then you want to work it on. Then progressively you need to build that up. So find a race. If you can get a coach, if not, then you can do a lot of research for yourself.
Yeah.
And listen to your body. And don't follow others blindly because you are not at the same level with your peers or your friends. They might say, oh, you can run at pace 4 today. Knowing that you're not. But you still need to, okay, I'm going to try, but ended up you injured yourself and your plan will just go down the drain.
Yeah.
So typically for me, a half marathon, I will give myself 3 months or 4 months. 2 months being base, 2 months being build and picking and the race day, of course.
Yeah.
So for the first month, let's say a week would be at my level. Okay, for the beginners level, maybe half of the distance, about 60 kilometers first.
Yeah.
So because it includes like easy runs, a lot of easy runs, and also some strength training, and some speed. Yeah. So that would be a typical week. Then the next week will be a little bit more, or maybe like 65, nothing more than that, 65 kilometers, maybe a little more on the easy runs. Maybe last week was like 10K easy for a long run, then next week will be 12. So from there, it's actually manageable and no injuries at all.
Very good.
No injuries.
No
injuries because you need strength training. You need strength training because otherwise your tendon and muscles couldn't keep up. Okay, then the question will be at the comments. Oh, I have knee pain. I have Achilles. I have highlighted that lots because I was one of the stubborn ones, and so I want to share with you that I was the stubborn ones that wouldn't take any comments and all. So I ended up having shin splint.
Oh yeah.
For the very bad shin splint, I couldn't walk. For 6 months.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
Yes.
I was so stubborn. Oh my God. I was just, if I were to go back in time, I would just slap myself in the face. So now I want to bring that experience to everybody. Don't be like me. Yeah. I learned it the hard way. So I don't want anyone else now to learn it that way as well. Because back in the days, nobody would really tell you what to do and what not to do.
Really, I mean, I love this. It's really good advice.
Yeah.
Strength training and managing your pace to your level. Don't follow other people, especially those people who
Don't follow my level if you are not at my level.
Yes, yes.
I'm telling you the truth, because if I were your coach, I will not ask you to do this as well.
Yes, yes. So you have to build gradually, do strength, get stronger, do more mileage, get stronger.
Yeah,
Yes.
and eat well.
Yes.
Eat well,
and rest
please.
well. Yes.
Yes, especially to girls.
Very good. Oh, very, very nice. Do you have any goals left now in running? Like, or I mean, I'm sure you have, but like, what are your next targets?
Ooh, okay. The list keeps going. Yeah, don't limit yourself, but be realistic. First, before I tell you my goals, of course, I need to remind myself to be realistic and be resilient. If you're not able to achieve that, it's okay. You have the other day. My goal now for half marathon will be under 135 because I just achieved 135.
Yeah.
So I want to be below 135. But if I can, by the end of this year, I could tap somewhere around 130. Even 131 is, I think, good enough.
Yeah.
So that is my half marathon goal. So for another ultimate goal is come back an Ironman.
Wow.
Below 13 hours.
Yeah.
So the thing that I want to share with you is you are only racing against you.
Yes.
To remind yourself and remind myself, because you need to ask yourself what is the next target and not ask others about what is that target you want to beat that. No, it's about beating your own target. So forget the PB and then plan the next race and be realistic about your next PB.
Yeah.
So that for this year, I will have a half marathon goal and a full Ironman goal.
Very, very exciting.
Yeah.
What I really love about the answer is that it's very mature because when people are new to running or don't maybe quite understand what it takes to improve from 135 to 130, sounds like very little. Sounds very easy.
Just 5 minutes in the microwave, you know?
But when you do it, like we know, it's really hard. Like even just 1 minute is really, really hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, okay, this is an experience I want to share also. I shaved 2 minutes from last year Langkawi half marathon, sorry. Half marathon, Langkawi half marathon. And then this year, my new PB was from Terengganu half marathon. So that was 2 minutes on the dot. No more, no less, that I shaved in 2 months, a little bit more than 2 months. It's quite tight on the timeline. It is not recommend for beginners. But how did I do that? As I get a coach, write a realistic training program, and I 100% stick to it. And bear in mind that during this period of time is holiday season. Everyone having Christmas on Chinese New Year, and I'm still running. So 2 lessons that I want to take away with is if you have a goal to achieve, stick to that and be consistent. Other than discipline is be consistent. It's like this only take an hour of the day, you know? So take that an hour of the day out, dedicated to yourself. And after that, you can have your own sweet time with your friends and family. So consistent and realistic is important to achieve a goal.
Very good. And I think, and maybe you can disagree with me if you like, but I think also sometimes you need a little bit of luck in the race, like with the race condition.
I do agree with you. 100%. The PB is not just come from all 100% from your training, but also luck. It depends on what you eat before the race. Are you on your menstrual cycle for girls or ladies? And also, if you have somebody upset you before the race, but you can transform that energy into your motivation.
True.
So just manage what you can control.
Right.
And don't think about what you can't control.
Yes.
Nutrition you can control. Okay. Don't be tempted to eat that fried chicken. or that sambal that on the nasi lemak
Yeah.
before the race, and you can have it after the race. Don't worry about it. And also, what you can't control is weather. What else?
Yeah. Weather conditions, of course. The course might suit you or not suit you. Yeah.
But course-wise, you can choose the race.
Yes, that's true.
So focus what you can choose,
yes,
and don't think about what you can't choose, what can't choose.
I totally agree. Then I also want to say that you also have to train enough to put yourself in a position to be lucky. So of course you still need to train so that you have the capability. When the conditions are favorable, you will PB.
Because training will give you confidence, because this is like exam. If you study for that, and you know what's going to come out, what are you going to worry about?
True.
Yeah. True. So don't worry about what you can't control.
Yes.
Exactly.
Good stuff. Okay, I want to ask you also a little bit about your social media and your social presence. So like we said, like you are now in Maya pretty much one of the main faces of running in Malaysia. So you were just announced as ASICS ambassador in Malaysia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think you have more than 280,000 followers on IG. I think mostly thanks to your running. Yeah. So how did you end up here?
How did I end up here?
Was this like also something you decided one day that I want to try this, or did it kind of sort of happen like suddenly you realized, oh, this could be something, or what was the journey?
All right. My journey has to date back to 10 years or 11 years. So this is my one and only account. You have been following me, and we know each other for more than 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah, from short hair, round spots, and also this is where I started from. So there was no something like KOL or content creator at that time.
Yeah.
But for being myself, I like to take photos, videos in my life or in my training. If you scroll back, if you're free enough, you can scroll. I have started running, swimming, cycling, and even my baking or hang out with friends photos on my social media. So that was how we started, all of us. You know, it was just a platform for us to share, or we call it the clouds for us to have a dump of our photos and videos. Yeah. So that's how we started. But maybe the things that I do or the message that I convey touches their heart or soul. Yeah. So they ended up following my journey. So this is how it sparkled or started. And then until after COVID or after the pandemic, we all have some free times. Yeah. So we started recording ourselves in a bit more professional way. And being for so long in running, it's not that long, it's like few years in running at that time, I have a lot of things to share, and I experienced some ups and downs, and want to share with people, because during that whole many years in the past, people have been running, been asking me, how do you do this, how do you do that, I have this injury and that injury. Before this, we would just reply to messages and all, but sometimes you get a bit too many questions at the same time. So why not I do some posting and just once and for all answer everybody. Yeah. So from there, people like my videos and they save video and say, oh, great tips, and I'll keep posting. And also they motivated me as well. And for me, I'm not shy in front of the camera. So why not I do it more professional way? So from there, level up until today. And thank you everybody that like my video. Yes. And from there, I also study a lot how the other content creators do their video. I will change a little style to match back the message that I want to share, then polish until today. So it's not like I want to be a content creator, then I learn how to be a content creator. Okay. It's more about how I started being a runner, and then the multi-sport and the triathlon, sharing my journey, and then I have the initiative to how to make it better, more easy to digest information to the crowds or my friends, or the followers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So during this, at what point did you think that
oh, now this could be more than just like a hobby, but also like a source of income and a way to support yourself?
Okay, so now I'm a full-time content creator or the KOL for the brands that I hold.
Yeah.
So this journey was not easy, but I would say it's fun. So because you only live once, you know, you
Okay,
want
sure.
to try that, but you don't want to regret it 10 years after you did not start it yet. So I was working until, I mean full-time, full-time, you know, until the last year, the end of last year, somewhere between September and October.
Okay.
Because I found that I couldn't cope with so many things already. There's too many on my table. I need to do some posting to keep up with the posting, and brands have been looking for me to do this and that.
Yeah.
Of course, they pay, okay, with the reasonable price. And then I thought of, there was one point of me thinking that they already paid me, so they expect me to give 100% to them, right? Why? Or not 110.
Yeah.
And on the other side, when I work full-time, 9 to 5, and then I'll say, they also paid me.
Yeah.
And they also expect me to have 1%, 100% to them. So I was like, I need to be fair for both. And also to myself. I don't want to live in guilt when I was doing this, and I don't want to be in guilt when I'm doing that. So I need to have a pick.
Yep.
And then I chose to be a full-time content creator at that turning point. So I switched my lifestyle to be a full-time content creator, and I found that I can give 200% to this.
Yes.
Yeah, because I am doing what I like to do.
Yeah.
So don't stop doing what you like to do.
Very good. So so it was quite recent actually that you.
So it was not like I'm going for the money first.
Yeah.
So if you are going for the money first, then you only work, then you'll be stuck up in the rat race.
Yeah.
It's just a different environment.
Yeah. So how is it now? I mean, so you're like full-time content creators or KOL.
Yeah.
Do you still do everything yourself, or do you now like have some like a team or some people helping you with the with the content and
Okay, so mostly still alone. But if I need help, I will just ask my friends or some agencies to help me with that. So of course they will pay them, I will pay them. So it's more like a win-win situation. I will pay them, they will do for me, or need some help, because sometimes you just get too many things you need to do, because you can't like shoot yourself, edit yourself all at once.
Correct.
Sometimes you need some more professional gears. So I will ask my professional friends to do that for me. So I'll pay them.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so I mean it's like a business.
It is, but it's more like a casual way. More casual, and we can talk. So this more suits me. I think this suits me more, because rather than just stuck in a corporate job.
Okay.
I couldn't voice out. Because being talkative myself, couldn't voice out is a pain in the ass.
Yes. Okay. How do you get them like new ideas for content? Because now that is like your main thing, right?
Okay, new ideas that comes in different forms. One is you talk to people. Sometimes you get that idea from your friends and family or your peers. You get, oh, that I need to do that. Okay. So the second is watch more of videos from other content creators. So we watch and learn. Okay? We jot down and learn, and we try and error. Do I need to have this kind of intro or that kind of hook and all? And how do we catch the attention of the audience? And of course, a lot of background work need to do. Like after this posting, after a week, you need to look at the insight. What can I move? Progress? What can I progress from there? And what should I avoid from this? I think that is one of the few ways to have more ideas.
And have you now noticed anyone copying you, like looking at you and studying what you're doing?
Actually, I'm quite happy. Actually, I am happy. Like, Selamat pagi, Malaysia. There is something that came out from me, because I always write in the morning. So when people greet me, I'll just greet back. So I always say, selamat pagi. Sometimes it's morning, you know. So one is talkative.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be bored. So I just talk to people or somebody greet me, I greet back, or I just greet people randomly. So that I want to motivate them that somebody notice them running. Yeah. So rather than just telling people that on your left or on your right, why not just greet others that afternoon, evening, hello, right? So it's more friendlier and they will feel acknowledged and they feel the boost in their run.
That's very good. Yeah, very positive. Back to this ASICS. So you know the ambassador. What does that entail? Like, what does that mean for you now? What are your responsibilities or expectations?
Okay. Actually, I was with ASICS like seeding. Since last year. They started the program for Tokyo Marathon, and I was lucky to be picked to be a part of their campaign for the Tokyo Marathon. And of course, they have been observing me for a long time. Then I only found that out after everything, you know. So after everything, and then I had a chance to sit down, talk about it, and then they say, "Oh, actually, we have been observing you for quite a long time. I think you are the best fit, and we have you on board for this campaign." So I was like, "Oh wow!" And from there, I was like, "Oh, wow!" So something a running brand that I like, has been observing me for a long time. So I was like, okay, this is something that is the right path for me to do continually doing. So from there, then they seeded me with some new shoe and all, and I progressively still run with them consistently with their ASICS running club. Every week I show up. One is being me, I want to train. Okay, because you couldn't find anywhere have the same atmosphere to run the street work with, you know. It's like, wow, everybody's running with you, facing you together. So you couldn't find it everywhere. Or maybe it's the friends that you have at that same time, right? So, and then how would I say it? What was the question again?
What's your responsibilities now?
Responsibility. Okay, first is you need to influence, the good influence, and also the knowledge about the shoe that you could bring to the audience. Like, for example, they have a lot of range of shoes, right? They have race shoe, recovery, and blah blah blah. And the role as an ambassador is not just in front of the camera, and also you need to educate the audience. What is this for, and what this is not for the audience, and answer to the audience, and also I would say just being the good influence for the brand, and of course bring the communities together. On ground, you need to be with them, and online, you need to educate them.
Very good. Any advice you would have for other people who would like to maybe follow in the footsteps when it comes to content creation and KOL work?
Okay, the advice. Okay, so now the Gen Z has come up. They live in the era of being a content creator, while me being a millennial. So okay, the first is you need to talk to yourself and discover yourself. Is this the thing that you want to do? Okay, and the second, don't think too much of what is going to come out. Am I going to be famous, or am I going to monetize from it? Don't think about that first. Okay, find your why to start this. Like, for example, if you like to be in other sports, then share. I mean, the first is you want to share what you are doing with your audience. Okay, not what you can take from the audience. Right, this is the key that you want to remember, is what you can share about your life or experience to the audience first. Let them know you, let them follow you, because your journey is interesting. Then brands and other campaigns would find you for monetizing or anything like that. So don't think about the money first. So don't think about what you can take from the audience or take from the society and all. So share about yourself.
Yeah.
And don't think about you have to be great to start. No, you can just have the selfie and talk about yourself. And from there you can learn about editing skill online. First you can just cut out all the blah 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 blah. They cut it out and then put everything together and upload it and see how it can grow from there. So sometimes you need a lot of trial and error. Don't give up. Be consistent. Share, and you'll be great.
Very good. And then also, what is your tips now to people who, I mean, like you said, people have followed you and maybe they would like to get into sports, whether it's running or multisport or any type of sport.
Right?
Yes. What's your advice to these people?
My advice is find a sport or activities you want to do. If you want to start a Pilates, is fine, or pickleball is fine. Even now, I'm doing some pickleballs here and there.
Everyone's doing pickleball.
Yeah. Okay, you have the height, you have the friends that want to ask you to go around with them. Just pick it up. If you want some motivation, put something rewarding for you yourself after the sports or the activities. For example, you want to have that meal so bad, or you want to wear that outfit or the OOTD now so bad, then buy and try. Do that as a motivation or the key to move you. And from there you can feel, oh, actually you can do it. Yeah. So don't have to be great to start. You just have to be great. Still the same tagline.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much. It was really nice. I love the insights.
Thank you so much as well.
We have also a gift to you for your. This will be good for your comeback to multisports.
Yes, I need. Oh my god, I've been using this for a long time.
Okay.
I use this from our Mr. Chan.
Yes.
I still have it. Yeah, it's still the best wax lube you can find in the market. And also, thank you, and thank you. And thank you, everybody. Yeah,
all right.
You could put all the stickers back. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for